All right, welcome back, everybody. It's been a little bit since I last saw you. And how about a little feedback on the iron play since we last met? Any changes? Better, worse, the same?
I can hit a cut now whenever I want.
All right.
Been hitting more greens in reg.
Okay, good. Ladies?
I have a favorite club.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say driver.
No, a favorite iron.
Okay, yes.
The
And?
8.
Okay,
Got a lot more practice and feel much more comfortable with my irons.
good, good. So just like what we're going to go over today, it really only works if you're getting the repetitions and the chance to get familiar and have it become automatic and you have some confidence. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to take care of all of those times you didn't hit a green in reg. So today we're going to be doing some short game practice, and specifically what I want to do is focus in on a couple different shots that you'll be able to use here at Cape Arundel or anywhere. We're going to talk about a low trajectory short shot and a high trajectory shot. So can come into play in a couple different places here. Here at Cape Arundel, everything's pretty flat and open, so easy to run things up, but you're going to find some places where there's a false front or a bunker that you've got to hit over and still try and keep it on the green. So good to have both these shots. And I know we mentioned there's a little variety in the level of experience in the group. That's going to work both ways. I think some of you might be locked into one shot you always hit, which doesn't prepare you for when you need the other one, but for the newer golfers, it'll be a good chance to learn both ways right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about setup, and we'll start with that right now. What we're trying to do is create a shot that you can repeat pretty easily over and over and take out a lot of unnecessary movement. So what I want you to do during this session is I want you to have a slightly narrower stance. I want you to open up your feet to your target, meaning your left foot is going to be a little further back than your right foot. And I want your legs to be a little bit straighter. That'll happen naturally with the narrow stance. And all that does is it really helps to control the bottom of the club and having a pretty easy motion where you're swinging across your foot line and you're taking a little bit of that possibility of a bad ground interaction out. So from that from that setup, what I'm going to want you to do is really simply move the ball towards your right foot or your trail foot when you're trying to keep the ball flight down. And you're just going to have that simple movement. You're just going to have the bottom of your swing come down a little bit closer to your right foot, which is going to create a little lower flight. When you want it to go a little higher, I just want you to move that ball towards your left foot or your lead side. And you're really doing the same things. That all that's going to do is that little bit of movement from the ball is going to give the club a little bit more loft or less loft, depending on where it is, and that'll create the flight. And the fun thing about doing this today is we're going to break up into these 4 spots. I want you to start with it to the right and just work your way towards your left foot and just take a minute to notice the difference in the flight, but also when the ball's landing, what it's doing. It's going to run a little bit less when it's coming in higher. It's going to run a little more, so that'll help you control the distance. I've put some targets out here that you can use to try and give yourself some idea of distance, and then we'll get back together after we do this individually. I'll go down one by one. I'll start with you, Connor, if you want to come over here and start with that low flight. Everybody else go ahead and start. Remember, we're starting with a little bit closer, narrow stance. We're putting the left foot a little further back from the right foot toward when we're looking at our target. And we're just trying to make that nice ground contact where the ball is. Good, Connor. And when we're going through the finish, it's not a real exaggerated finish. It's only going to go slightly past. Your hands might be at your left hip. Good. So Connor, why don't you move that towards your left foot, your lead foot, and try and get a little bit of loft in there and go for that further target. You feel that same. Let's try one more. Pretty good. You got a little more of that when you wanted.
Very good.